Hey, what is up guys? This is Chris and I'm back with more Everyday RC and my Traxxas Unlimited Desert Racer. That's right. I just wanted to make a quick video sharing with you guys some items I received recently for the truck and some add-ons I've done to the truck and just give you a little bit of an update. And I really am excited about this truck. If you haven't noticed, I've been making tons of videos on this truck, and for me personally, this was my entry into the scale world of RC. And I really just think that Traxxas outdid themselves recreating this vehicle from the 1-to-1 version. Everything on this truck is just like the real version. It handles exactly the same. And it's just basically a shrunken down version of the real thing, and I just am really impressed with this vehicle. And I've been doing some little modifications here and there, but overall I've just been enjoying driving this thing and watching the handling and just seeing how well it performs just like the real thing. So for those of you that follow the channel, you know that I like to keep my vehicles elevated, and I've had tons of questions in the past of what kind of stands I use. As you can see, all of my RCs are off their wheels because I don't like to get any flat spots on my wheels, especially if they're sitting on the shelf for long periods of time. And I've had tons of people ask me about these stands. These are guitar footstools that you can find very inexpensive. You could get them anywhere from like $7 to $12 each. And I've got them for most of my RC vehicles. Some of them I still have regular stands for, and some of them I have on boxes. And I've tried a multitude of different kinds of stands for the UDR, and I really haven't been able to get it balanced correctly because it is a little bit heavier in the rear and it doesn't really sit on any of these stands that well, especially the guitar footstool. So I figured since this is a real deal scale rig, why not get some real deal scale jack stands? I think it would be an awesome way to display the vehicle up on the shelf. This is how I've been displaying it recently. These are just some foam pads that I received with my MAXAMPS batteries, and I kind of just have it resting on there. These tires are a pretty firm compound, and I don't really think you'd get too much of a flat spot on them, but I just thought that these would be an awesome addition and a great way to display them. Now, I did some research on YouTube and on the internet, and I was looking for some jack stands, and I couldn't find any that were really scale or really that I thought would look good on this truck. And these are the Chubby Jackstands, the 1/10 scale 6-ton jack stands from Rc4Wd Drive. Now, they do make a 3-ton version, and I thought those were a little bit too small for the vehicle. And these say that they are 1/10 scale, although you can't really see in there right now because I do have my Murat window netting on there right now. But you can see that these are pretty large and they're not really true to scale to this size vehicle, but I think that they're going to elevate this truck perfectly, and I think it's going to just look great on these jack stands. So I just wanted to share this product with you real quick. I did some research. I was looking at a few different kinds, and I just came to the conclusion that these were probably the best ones, and these are actually bigger than I really thought that they were going to be. And they look awesome. I mean, these things are really true to scale. And I'll just share with you what it says on the back of here right now. It says, Rc4Wd Drive Chubby Jackstand set is a fully functional, true to scale replica of the ubiquitous 6-ton heavy-duty shop favorite. Cast in durable steel and powder-coated in high-visibility red, the Chubby Jackstands feature realistic height adjustment and steel locking mechanism just like the real thing. These Chubby Jackstands are a great scale accessory to add to your next project or to use to display all your rigs. So what are you waiting for? Get a set today. So I really like the look of these things, and I just want to show you guys with the truck mounted on top of them so you can get a feel of what they're going to look like. And I've been looking all around to see what the best jack stands would be for this truck, and like I said, the 3-ton version seemed a little bit too small, so I went with these chubby 6-ton jack stands, and I think they're going to look great. So let me get them out of the packaging. I'll show them to you a little bit closer up, and I'll show you some of the things that I've done to the truck if you haven't noticed already. Alright, cool, so check these out. These are awesome. These are just like the real thing. I think Rc4Wd Drive really did an awesome job with this, and that's basically what Rc4Wd Drive is known for, their scale detailing and all their scale accessories. But these things are awesome. They really do function like the real thing. Check that out. And they're made out of steel, and they're awesome. So I really like what they did with these things. They just pop right out of the packaging like so. They did a great job. And as you can see, I mean, I guess they're pretty true to scale. You know, they're a little bit larger than I guess it would be if they were scale, but the height of them is really good, and I think it's going to do an excellent job keeping the truck elevated. So let me get the truck mounted on these jack stands, and then I'll take the body off and I'll show you some of the additions that I put onto the truck, just to give you a little bit of an update of what I did to the truck recently. Alright, so check it out, guys. They look pretty good on there. They look pretty scale, and I'm really liking the look of them. Now, you know, usually when I have my RCs elevated, there's no pressure on the suspension as well. There's no weight on the tires or the springs. So obviously having these on the front A-arms and the rear axle, it's putting some pressure on the springs, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And look at that, guys. Check it out. It's just like the real thing. It's so awesome. So I think this is going to be a really cool way to display the truck. And as you can see, if I lift it up a little bit, take some pressure off the springs, there's not that much weight on them right now, so I don't really think it's going to be a problem having them resting like that, and it looks awesome. Looks like the truck is getting ready to be worked on. So I really like these Rc4Wd Drive Chubby Jackstands, so I definitely suggest checking them out. Let me take the body off and I'll just share with you real quick some of the other things I've done to the truck, and then I'll be out, guys. Alright, so check it out. That's with the body off on the jack stands. It looks really good. I just wanted to point one thing out. You kind of have to do a little bit of a balancing act and just rest them right on the edge of the A-arm right there underneath. Not really a big deal. It probably would work a lot better when the tire's off, but I really like the look of these things, and they look awesome. You know that I did the red carbon fiber on the body panels and over here in the front. I did add a little bit more in the front there. I know. I just felt like it needed a little bit of a touch right there. You don't really see it with the body on, but I figured it looks really cool on there, and I just wanted to keep going with that red carbon fiber. I got the Murat RC window netting, and they look really good. I was gonna make some netting of my own, but once I saw what Murat had made for this, it's custom made for the truck, and I really like how they look on there. They fit perfectly. One issue I just thought that might have been a potential problem is that these screws are recessed into the roll cage, so when you do tighten these down, you just want to be a little bit careful. You don't want to over tighten them because you could stand the chance of tearing this, but so far so good, and they look perfect on there. What a scale, a true scale detail. And I ended up getting the number plates that are found on the Fox version, because I had one of my fire extinguisher hoses break off in a rollover. So I figured that's a great way to just protect the fire extinguisher hoses, and it does definitely add a cool flare to the vehicle as well. So I followed that through with the carbon fiber effect on there, because the number plates do not come with any numbers on there or any decals from Traxxas. So just take that into mind, that if you do buy the number plates, you're going to have to figure out a way to cover the screw holes or make some stickers of your own. So I think it's just all coming together awesome. I really like this, and I just wanted to share with you one more thing about these jack stands, because the UDR is pretty heavy, and you know, I think the weight of this really adds a cool scale detail to these jack stands, and I'll show you real quick. So there you go. So let's say you got to do some wrenching on the truck and you got to take one of your wheels off. You want to get that scale feel, just feel free to drop one of the jack stands under one of the tires, and the weight of this truck just puts a lot of downforce on the jack stand, and it does really make it easy to work on. So I really like what they've done with this. I think they're an awesome addition to the UDR, and that's about it. You know, if you guys like these jack stands, go check them out. Go pick them up from Rc4Wd Drive. I hope you guys like the additions that I've done to the truck so far, and I do have a lot more stuff to come. I'm going to be getting a lot more upgrades for this truck, so stay tuned for more videos. I can't wait to share the new items I'm going to be receiving with you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy them as well. So that's about it for me today, guys. I hope you're all making it happen in your RC worlds out there. And for now, this is Chris, the Everyday RC Guy in Jackstand Land, saying thanks for watching. Make it happen. I also wanted to share with you guys that I finally ran the truck on 6S lipos, and man, this thing is a beast. Check it out. How could you ask for anything more? I really don't feel that there's any need for any more power on this rig, keeping it scale. So yeah, this thing is a true beast on 6S, guys. Definitely 50+ miles an hour.